We are feeling a little presidential here on Monday. I don't know.
It's the last word I would use to describe us.
The fans heard Justin Kinney was in town. They packed the Coliseum. Unfortunately, he's not going to be there. It's just going to be the President of the United States. So we're doing it from the news set, talking about a lot of football this week because it's regional championship week.
Yes.
We've got 5 teams alive, 4 games to look at this Friday. We're going to start in 6A. How crazy the regular season was, the SAC specifically, and then if you take a look at who we've got alive this week, if you'd have told me Snider, Angola, Dwenger, Lures, and Adams Central are your last team standing back in August, I'd have been like, that sounds about right. That's about right.
Yeah, despite all the craziness that was the SAC week after week, and we sat here every week and was going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen this week? We're back in regional week. We're Snider, Dwenger, Lures, as we are most years.
Pretty much the way that things have played out for the last few seasons. And, in 6A, you've got Snider versus Carmel. This is a classic matchup. These programs know each other. Carmel has had the upper hand specifically last year in a game that I know Snider thinks that they should have won. They were up 21-7 at one point, I believe, heading into the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Carmel gets 2 touchdowns and a safety in the fourth quarter to win by 1 point. If you're Snider, what do you take away from that game that you can apply this time around?
Well, you compete with Carmel, and I think Snider knows that, but it's still reinforcing that point that you can play a power out of Indianapolis and compete with them. But I think the message out of Snider coaching staff this week is last year was last year, and we need to focus on this year. There was a tale of 2 games last week. They did not look good in the first half last week against against Homestead. Came back, played tremendously well in the second half to win.
That was what I was going to lead into next is, at halftime when I'm scrolling through the scores on my phone, I'm like, we may be thinking Homestead Carmel next week.
Yeah.
That was not the case, 49-35 Snider. They put it on them, tied it up in the third quarter, and then just crushed them kind of in the fourth quarter. This is not a Carmel team you want to be down multiple touchdowns to at any point in the game. Point being, they were down to Lafayette Jeff last week and then came back and beat them 41-21.
Well, I saw that score 14-0, and I said, ooh, okay. And then you saw Carmel score and score again, and you're like, okay, that was cute. Lafayette Jeff is done. That was cute. Kind of what Snider did to Homestead last week in the second half. Okay, you've had your fun. We're going to start playing football now. But, Bo Robbins on the defensive end for Carmel, IU commit, is just as good of an edge rusher as Snider will have seen all season long. It'll be interesting to see how that front 7 in particular of Carmel matches up with Snider's offensive front.
All right, let's